So it seems to me you must be pretty brave to come on a show called No Good Men.
It's not an unfamiliar. It's not an unfamiliar mantra, you know.
It's not unfamiliar. Tell me what you think about the name. What does it make you think of?
Well, you know, we hear it all the time, and that seems to be the messaging, whether it's overt or somewhat undercover, that there are no good men out here. And I've always thought that the whole premise was ridiculous, because you know, I've encountered so many great men in the course of my life. We're all fallible, but there are so many great men around. And I think what happens is that the bad behavior of some, most, and all of us gets amplified more so than the awesome things that take place on a daily basis all over the globe. And in particularly, and you know, when we're talking about the microcosm of our own African American community, there are great men that have mentored me, that have undergirded me, taught me, you know, encouraged me to get this far. And I'm looking at three guys that I believe that God has ordained would become a part of my life to help me continue in that process. So I'm thankful for the three good men that I see that are in this broadcast. I'm thankful for you, Bo, for inviting me. I'm humbled by it. You know, we've known each other a long time, but the No Good Men, I think it's a great way to start this conversation and to make it accessible to people, because I think that, you know, ultimately, as I think down the tunnel of time, that as this becomes more ubiquitous in the marketplace of conversations, that people who have that belief that there are no good men will be drawn to it because of the negativity factor, and then get turned as they are exposed to what takes place through these conversations, and through this transparency, and through this humility, and through this servanthood, through this brotherhood, through this allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. I think that it can be transformative. And I know that we need it. We need it desperately. Yeah. Desperately.
Well, listen, man, DC, that's been recorded, right? We are recording.
Man, we are live, baby.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can go ahead and cut. You can go ahead and cut Ty a check right now.
Oh man, he shined through on that, man. He caught it right out the gate.
Right out the gate. Well, I expected no less from this dude in particular. And at the end of the day, you know, I have a book, and in that book, one of those chapters is There Are No Good Men, because I believe on any given day, someone has the right multiple times throughout a day to make good choices and bad choices. So at the end of the day, if they make a bad choice and then it's followed by a good choice, and it's followed by a bad choice, and it's followed by a good choice, who's to determine if they are good or bad? I don't think they're either. I think they're just people who make more bad choices. And so they end up projecting this kind of bad persona. Then there are people who make good choices. So what does that mean? I think the liberation in that logic is I don't have to be branded a bad man. Yes, I did bad things. Yes, I made bad decisions. But I can equip myself with a new mindset, and I can learn new ways to respond to the pressures of the world in a good way. And at any given time, that's all it is that next decision, right? Let's make that next one a good one, and not be worried about whether I'm a good or a bad man. That's somebody, I'm a man, and I'm doing my best to be better, and I'm going to fumble. I'm going to trip. I'm going to fall. I'm going to do something dumb, do something stupid. But you have my word. I'm not going to lay there. And I'm going to get up, and I'm going to figure out how to do that better next time. I think that's the best we can ask of anyone. And in that regard, the whole show's concept is Bowski has answers I don't have. DC has answers I don't have. T.O. has a perspective we need. And it's not that we're bringing people on so we can fix them. We're bringing people on to expand kind of the consciousness around what it means to go through this work, what it means to work on yourself in a way that requires you to rewire your synapse, that requires you to rethink your past actions in a way you can derive value from that and be better going forward. At the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do.